everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here with a video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here because I'm watching monitoring my audio and stuff. I'm going to show you a way how you can do this without using a special cable and an external recorder or juice links or anything like that. Let me focus here. Oops. And just really quick, I did a video on how you can add monitoring capabilities to your Panasonic G7, and this will also be true for the Panasonic G85 and probably many other cameras as well. I've used it for other cameras. Also, one of the main reasons why you'd want to use this is so you can monitor your audio. It's very important you monitor your audio. You can't just plug in a microphone into your mic and hope that nothing's rubbing the mic, hope that there's no loose connections, because you're going to get your video back and you just wasted all your time with like a loose mic or something rubbing on the mic or something. Now there's nothing rubbing on this mic, but if someone had it on a boom, sometimes they could be rubbing it on an overhead light or something overhanging, or if they're touching it thing and you don't have the the little vibration things on there, a lot of things should happen. You want to monitor it. So why we would use one of these is to monitor, but also the best way to get audio is to record separate, because the audio equipment is going to be much better, and then sync it in post. But if you're like me and you have a lot of quick turnarounds, you want to record in camera, then by using this you could lower the poor quality preamps in your DSLR all the way down and use this to boost the signal. So you would plug in the microphone in here, and then this would go to the camera, and you would turn up the volume on this, bypassing or at least going around the preamps as much as possible. However, a lot of the newer cameras' preamps aren't that bad. If you don't mind using the preamps and you don't want to buy a special cable or a external device to do this, I'm going to show you how. One thing you're going to need, if you check out my other video on this special cable and stuff, and that'll explain it. Why explain all that again? You're listening to the audio right now. If this audio sounds okay to you, this is the G7 recorded in camera using a Rode VideoMic Pro, and it's only really close here. I'm filming myself in a mirror here. My battery's about to die because I've been using it all day, but let me quickly show you what's going on here. And the way I have this set up is so that I can hear that. So if someone's lightly, it might be louder for you guys, but for here, I can hear that. I could also hear, I can hear that. I can hear those. See, I heard those little clicks and staticky sounds, so if there's a loose mic. So you're going to be able to hear all that. Or if someone's handling, I can just hear all the handling of the mic, which is really good, very important. The only thing I can't do is I can't really hear my voice that good in here, because the key way of using this is using a VideoMic Pro, a Rode VideoMic Pro, because it has a 9-volt battery in it and it has 20 plus dB. That's basically kind of doing what you are doing here, is using the internal battery and the preamps to boost your signal. Well, we're using the VideoMic Pro. So if you got to buy a microphone anyways, you might as well buy a microphone with 20 plus dB and a battery. That will be enough power to go into the camera and to be able to monitor, but it's not enough to monitor just the person talking, but I can hear all the touching of stuff and loose connection stuff, which is very important. I usually use my own ears to hear if there's crickets or kids or something, or lawnmowers in the background. I don't necessarily need to hear the person talking. I mean, I can hear myself talking, but I can't hear it through the system. So keep that in mind. This is a very cheap version. My battery's about to die, and I wanted to show you this, what it sounds like. If you like it, great. We're going to go to the computer, and I will show you these parts up close. So hang in there. Okay, so here we are at the computer. Sometimes I say in the computer or on the computer, but I'm neither in or on, but I'm at. So I'm at the computer, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit how I clean up the audio. And first of all, well, I don't know if I showed this, but I'm going to show you guys. Here's the camera, right? And one thing I didn't point out, in case you're completely new to this, is I didn't say that there is no headphone out. No modern monitoring capabilities of this camera and many other cameras like the Panasonic G85. That's why we're doing this. I didn't necessarily say that, but I'm sure all of you know that. Just want to go through this cable system and how I have it set up, because I don't think I showed that in the video, in the intro there. What I have here is, these are the headphones. I would say get headphones like this. Maybe I'll put it in the description, but these are Sony headphones that are passive noise cancellation, meaning they're only being canceled because they're just clogging your ears, basically. With this setup, you're going to really need that, because the output to these are so low with this that you just don't want to hear anything else but what's going on in the audio system here. So get some headphones like that, and I don't know if you want to get the exact ones. In case I can't find them, they look like this, what they look like, and they've got this little push to answer. It's not a volume, it's just push to answer. So that's what it looks like, in case you're looking for those. They're called like Mega Bass or something, I don't know. So that's those, okay. Then all you need is a Y connector. This is a standard Y connector. You can plug that into your laptop, and you can hook two headphones up to this, so each person can listen to the movie. Basically, that's all that is. 3.5 millimeter. It just splits the audio source. And then I have just a regular 3.5 millimeter extension cable. And this is a coupler, 3.5 millimeter. It's just basically to connect two of those together. You can't connect those together, so you need a coupler, okay? And then of course you got your Rode video mic. Whoop! Forgot I was going to take that off and show you guys anyways. The Rode video mic, which the key is the 9-volt battery and the 20 plus dB. So what you want to do is when I first was testing this and I plugged this directly into the mic, and then headphones to one and the Rode video mic into the other, that way I can bypass the extension cable and the coupler. I couldn't hear static noise or bad connections here, because when I played it back, I said, ooh, I can hear some static, but I didn't hear it in the monitoring. You couldn't hear it. So in order for this to work, and I don't necessarily know why, but you have to have this coupler, because you want to plug the microphone into this part here, not here. So you take the coupler and you plug it into there, right? Now you've got like all these ports on here. You want to take your Rode video mic and plug it into the coupler. Very important that you do this. It might not make a difference, but I was testing several times and it did, so I'm going to stick with this. And now you have those two Y connectors basically. An extension cable will go into the microphone, the mic input on the camera. Get that out of there. That. And the other one will be your headphones. So make sure you do that, because if you think, oh hey, I could do it without the coupler and out the extension cable, you just can't hear any of the bad connections here at this point of the camera. I don't know why that is, but that's just the way it works. So make sure you do that. Let me set this to the side, and let's go into the actual file itself. I'm going to hide myself so we can see this. If you can see, this is just the raw video. I just put it in here in After Effects, and you can see the waveform here. If we play this back, let's see if we can hear this. Make sure everything's on here. Video. Okay, let's play this back. And up here you can see the monitor. You can see where this is. Now remember, the Rode video mic is at 20 plus dB, and I had the camera set to -2. Let me just turn the camera on. Because the camera was you look at the intro, the microphone is really close to my mouth, so -2 worked great. Okay, so if we play this back, we're going to see where this lands on the audio monitoring here. So let's play it back. Actually, you know what? Let's just skip through all. Let's just skip. Whoops, sorry. Hey, what's going on? Just so we don't have to wait for that. Here we go. Video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here because I'm watching monitoring my audio and stuff. So you can see it's up around the 12. It's not too bad, but it's still a little low. And when I work on computer, I always, of course, make sure it's between 12 and 6. Try to keep it at 6 would be great, but sometimes it peaks a little high depending on your audio equipment. There's a lot you can do in post to do that. I sometimes, depending on the project, I usually don't mess with it. Another thing is, I usually keep my computer system at 60 anytime I edit, so I know that, because if I crank this up, I might be getting a false reading in my ears saying, ooh, it's loud. Before I edit, I always put my computer at 60, just so that if someone else is, at 60, that's what they're going to hear. It's not too much of a big deal because you're looking at your monitors. But if I were to crank this 100, it'd just be, most people don't play it at 100, and you want to be able to hear it at 60 in case someone's listening to it at a moderate volume level. Anyways, so what I want to do is come down here, and I add just 6 dB to this. And now if we play it back, watch the monitors up here. Video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here because I'm watching monitoring my audio and stuff. So you can see when I'm actually talking, I don't go below 12, and I peak up around the 6, almost hitting 3-ish, and that's a good area to be in. So plus 6 dB is good for that, and depending where the microphone placement was, and I might have to, in camera, crank up the dB instead of -2, maybe go +2. I mean, you just don't know where the microphone is or how quiet the person's talking. So it's always going to vary, but if you always go at your meters, then you're always going to be pretty good at what's going on there. And let's see here. Let's go with what we're going to do. We're just going to take this whole thing, and we're going to add this to render queue, and we're going to render this out to wave. We're going to change this to 48, change that to 32 stereo. Let's just render this out to the desktop. We'll just call it that. So we're going to render this out, and we're going to clean the audio up. So here it is. Let's just play it. Hey everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here with a... Okay, so there it is. So now let's go to Audacity. And let's drag this over here. Open that up. So now we got the file in here. What we want to do is go to, there's some peaking here. So if we go to, where's that, effects, and we first go with normalize, it normalizes all the video down. Now let's play it back. Hey everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here with a video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here because I'm watching So once you normalize it so there's nothing peaking, we can take, anytime you do video audio recording, you should always record some dead silence in the room. That way you have a sample to take from that. If you go to effects, noise removal, I usually just go with everything set here. We get noise profile, then you go to edit and go to select all, then you have to go back to effects, go to noise removal, and then click OK. And that's going to remove all the noise. And then you can go in here and you can just like boost everything if you want. Where's an effect? Go a little bit of a bass boost, let's say. Let's see what that sounds like. And now let's play it back. So you can see right now you just don't hear anything. It sounds quiet, and let's hear. Hey everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here with a video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here. So that sounds pretty good. It's a little low, but that's fine. We can go, you could do whatever you want in here, but we can go to export. I'll just put fix on there for now. Desktop. Okay. And now it's rendering it out. Okay, so now I have the fixed file in here. Let's bring that below, and everything should match up. We're going to turn the top one off. Let's turn the visual back on, and let's go with a playback. This is unedited here. This is me just getting some of the, what do you call it? I guess we don't have to go full. Let's go to quarter. We don't need to care what it looks like. I was just waiting to get some dead silence there, like I said, to have a sample to do the noise removal. And we'll just wait a few seconds here, and we're going to see like what it sounds like and where it hits here, and we'll probably just add some gain to it because the normalize took it down. Okay, let's try it. You can check out up here. Hey everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here with a video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here because I'm watching monitoring my audio and stuff. I'm going to show you a way how you can. So you see, it doesn't sound too bad. We're going to try a little bit here. Let's do 3, and we're just going to shut off the visuals now that we don't need it, and let's see what this sounds like. Check up here. Hey everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here with a video on how you can monitor your audio, and I'm going to be looking at my little screen here because I'm watching monitoring my audio and stuff. I'm going to show you a way how you can do this without using a special cable and an external recorder or juice links or anything like that. Let me focus here. Okay, so I'm sitting here listening to it longer than I need to, but so it's pretty basic, really. It's pretty basic. What can I say? I don't know what else to say. That is how you can, on the cheap, monitor your audio. But remember, you're using the preamps. But if you like the sound of the intro of me showing you this with this camera and the mic set up, right now I'm just using a lav mic for this. But if you like the sound of it, that's what you can expect with the Panasonic G7 and probably the Panasonic G85 as well, being that it's almost an identical camera. I don't think they changed the preamps and all that stuff in there. They might have, who knows, but that's it, guys. If you have any questions, please leave some comments. And like a lot of us YouTubers say, all you have to do is give us a thumbs up and subscribe to us. It doesn't cost you anything to do, but it gives us the ability to know if what we're doing people like it, because if people don't like it, like I started doing a couple things on some other project, didn't get much, nobody really liked it and stuff or thumbed it up, so I stopped doing it. Why waste my time? So if you liked it, thumbs up, subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.